Hi, in this video I'm going to convert old VHS and a little bit less known VHS-C tapes to a digital format, and later in this video I will show how to digitize a somewhat newer miniDV tapes. VHS videotapes have been with us for around 50 years. These ones are still sealed and ready to be used. However, it would be silly to use them nowadays to store video. Today, I will try to convert my old camcorder footage to files that can be played on a computer. To connect a VHS video recorder to my computer, I will use this USB 2 video grabber. It supports NTSC and PAL formats and can also record the audio. I have had it for a while and it supposedly only works on somewhat ancient Windows versions like Vista, XP and Windows 7. But let's try to install the drivers and software on Windows 10. The manual states that we need to install the drivers before inserting the device into the USB port. Let's place the supplied DVD into the computer. A screen pops up with some options and we can select here to install the drivers. When we now insert the device into the USB port, it is recognized and the drivers are installed. So far so good. While at it, let's try to install the provided software that will allow us to convert VHS to video files. Okay, it's time to set up the VHS video recorder. I am using the Sharp 4-head VCR, which can actually play back NTSC tapes on a PAL system. Can be useful if you have VHS tapes in both formats. This VCR has SCART connectors and we will need to convert to RCA jacks in order to connect to our capture device. Note that there are two versions of these SCART to RCA converters, one for input of signals and one for output. We will need the latter one. And on the other end of the USB video grabber, we will need to do the same. Let's insert a VHS tape and try to capture something. Windows 10 does not like some parts of this app, but after executing it, the program appears to be running correctly. We must switch to the OEM device, which is the USB capture stick. It appears to be getting the image, only it is in black and white. Changing from NTSC to PAL does not appear to do anything. Wait, here's another setup option. And there are more video formats to choose from. PAL-B sounds good to me. And the image is now in color. Let's capture a short clip to see if it is working. Looks like it does. And the captured file is in MPEG format. Another way to capture video footage is by using OBS. You can add a video capture device and in the settings, hi, it's me, change the device to OEM device. Then you can change the position of the screen that will be captured and align it to the center. Disable the display capture and you are ready to go. It will record in 16:9 ratio. As far as I know, there is no way to set up OBS to capture in old school 4:3 format. You can add an image to the background to fill the sides, or crop it with another video editing software. Another video format that I have here are these VHS-compact tapes. You can play them back in a normal VHS recorder by using an adapter. It is battery operated and it has a motor inside that mounts the VHS-C tape. Let me demonstrate how it works. You slide this button to open the lid and then place the tape inside. After you close the lid, the motor will pull the red lip inside and it will load up the tape, so it shall work in the same way as a normal VHS tape. I did have to use another video recorder to rewind the tapes, as the Sharp would not allow me to do that at a fast speed. For the rest, it worked without any difference. The second part of this video is about miniDV tapes. The difference with the VHS format is that they are completely digital, and to convert them we are going to need a computer with a FireWire interface, like this old MacBook, and this cable, which will allow us to connect the computer with the miniDV camcorder. I am using this Sony camera that is now over 20 years old, but luckily still working. To insert the tape, you first need to open the cover on the bottom and then slide the tape into the metal frame. After that, you set the slider to the player position, and you can preview your recordings on the small screen. Let's attach the FireWire cable to the computer and the other end to the camera. Now we can fire up iMovie on this old MacBook, which is running a rather old version of OS X. Inside the File menu, there is an option to import from camera. When we select it, a window will show up where we can preview the footage from the miniDV camera. After clicking on Import, we create an event and press on Import again to start recording. We also have to press the play button on the camera player. We can stop the recording or just let it play till the tape will reach its end. The camera will then stop automatically. iMovie will create event files with the extension of .dv. These files can be played back inside a player like VLC media player. But it is better to create an MP4 file that is playable on a standard Windows or Mac video player. You can drag the separate events on the timeline in this version of iMovie, but generating the video will take a long time. So I have decided to copy the files over to a bit newer MacBook using an USB stick, and then copying all the separate DV files to a folder on the desktop. Inside iMovie, you can then import all the files. Some of the files are corrupted and will be omitted. If you are using Windows, you can use a video editor like Adobe Premiere to import DV files. You can select the files that you want in your video and drag them on the timeline. iMovie's default aspect ratio is 16:9, so if your video has a 4:3 format, you can disable the cropping. Make sure you have selected all the files in your timeline for the changes to take effect. When you are finished, press the share button and export the movie as a file. Change the movie properties, give the file a name, and wait until it's done. Some of my captured miniDV footage was in 16:9 format, but in actuality it was stretched to 4:3 aspect ratio. I could not change the format inside iMovie, so I have loaded up DaVinci Resolve to correct the problem. Make sure that inside the project settings you change the timeline resolution to 16:9 format, like 1280 by 720 pixels, and choose your frame rate. For PAL, it is 25 frames per second. After importing the exported movie and placing it on the timeline, you can click on this icon to change the proportions of the video. Just drag this box until it reaches the edge of the screen, and the ratio should be fixed. To be more precise, the X-zoom should be 1.3. After that, you can export the movie on the Deliver tab as usual. Thank you for watching and sticking to the end. I hope you have found this video useful. If so, then please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel, as I am going to create more videos like this in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.